it's been so long. I'm like kind of like awkward about it. Okay. All right. What's up? Here you go. What up, everyone? Welcome back to Seaweed Hand. It's been a very long time. Sorry for not posting as of late. We've had life circumstances. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
COVID hit, everything's going on. But it's good to be back. Football season is right around the corner. Daniel and I are excited to be back at this and just talk about football, I guess.
Yeah, missed it. We missed it for sure.
But anyways, today we got a special episode for you. Today we're gonna do a sort of NFL 2021 pre-draft preview of the NFC for today.
Yes.
So with that being said, let's get right into it.
Cool.
First division I want to go over is the NFC North.
All right.
And what better way to start off with the lovely Chicago Bears? So last year they finished 8-8. Division rank was 2. Key losses: Kyle Fuller lost the wonderful quarterback of Mitch Trubisky. And then the key addition, they got the Red Rocket and Andy Dalton. They got Damian Williams, the running back from the Chiefs. Desmond Trufant, I don't know how good he is as of late, and then obviously the big thing, they actually kept Allen Robinson, which was a shock to me.
You thought so?
I thought he was gonna go somewhere else, honestly.
Franchise tagged,
yeah.
He's arguably their best player, most reliable player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but anyways, 2020, what do you think about the Bears? Like, how'd they do, and what are their strengths, weaknesses from last year?
So looking back at their season 2020, they actually started very strong. Everyone's like, not everyone, but they're blowing people's expectations.
Yeah.
I think they started 5 out of 6.
Yeah, they were undefeated for a bit. I remember that.
Oh shoot, they could be good, and then they just went explosion. I think this is when we started saying David Montgomery is like a fridge, blah blah blah. Nothing was going for them. They kept flip-flopping QBs with Foles and Trubisky. It just was not working.
Yep.
They cleaned up in the end towards, but
yep.
a little too late. I think overall the Bears are slightly above average. As a team. If you take their offense, you take their defense, I think they're slightly above average. Obviously, there's a lot of expectations that come with the Bears.
Yeah.
And, they haven't been that great for a while.
Yeah.
Honestly, the last time I thought they were good was when Jay Cutler was a QB and he was throwing to Brandon Marshall and somebody else. Alshon Jeffrey.
Something with Chicago Bears and good D and just horrible quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I just do not understand.
But nonetheless, I think their strengths are individual talent. They have a lot of really gifted players.
Yeah, Allen Robinson,
Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
Fuller.
Yeah.
No,
Fuller's gone now.
Shoot. They have another cornerback. Forget his name.
Montgomery.
Yeah, but Montgomery, he definitely turned it around towards the end of the season. Great talent, high potential, but it's just they gotta click.
Okay.
That's their thing. Losing 6 games in a row is it's definitely a chemistry thing.
Yeah.
Especially
later in the season.
Yeah, as a pro team, no matter how bad a team is, granted, unless it's an obvious tanking team, a good team, they shouldn't lose 6 games in a row ever.
Got it. So with that being said, what do you think is their strength and what is their weakness?
That's what I said.
Oh, you did?
I said their strengths were their individual
Oh, got it. And so then what is their weakness then, I guess, technically? Is it just their chemistry, really?
It's tough to pinpoint their weakness because I feel like they should be a better team.
Okay.
That's what I feel like. They should be a better team, but I just think, maybe QB talent is a weakness.
Okay.
No reliable QB because their defense is not bad.
Yeah.
They actually, if you compare them to the Packers, same division, who arguably has one of the best passing defenses, best quarterback duos, they only gave up 1 more point in the entire season. So it's not their defense. Their offense needs to produce more. They produce the least amount of points in their division.
Yeah.
And that's not good enough in a division where all 4 teams are all about offense.
Yeah.
No one's known for their defense, really.
Yeah. Well,
except for the Bears, which in turn they need to have a better offense.
Got it. They hoped Red Rocket will save them. Red Rocket to the rescue. They like him so far, apparently. He's always been a solid quarterback.
I think Dalton is he's not like a bad QB. He's not
I'll take him over Trubisky any day of the week, though. In my opinion. You wouldn't?
It's so tough because I feel like
You might be the first guy that's defending Mitch Trubisky.
It's because sometimes you see like that Mitch magic, like why he was taking so.
You mean
high.
the fumbles?
It's just like sometimes it's like, oh, I get why, like he's good,
Yeah,
but then he does what he does.
got it.
But I do like Dalton a lot. When he went to the Cowboys, I was like all for him.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna be fine. Like I thought it was okay. But yeah.
So I guess then a better way to phrase the question for the weakness question is, what do you think their needs are going into the draft? So, I mean, what I have written down is a lot of people think their biggest needs are obviously quarterback. That's an obvious one, but we just don't know with Dalton. Another thing is receiver. They don't think Allen Robinson can do it all, so they need more weapons. And then another one is cornerback to fill Kyle Fuller.
I personally think if I was the Bears, I would focus on offense because their defense is all right.
Yeah.
Like it's already good enough.
Like you can get those later in the rounds.
Yeah, you could deal with it.
Yeah.
I think they need to work on their offense. I mean, they signed a lot of players this offseason.
Yeah.
So to help with depth and stuff, but I think they need offense.
Okay.
In order to do better.
Okay.
Because like we were saying, the other three teams are known for offense. So if they can't produce offense, they're never going to win a game.
Okay.
And you need to score.
So okay. That being said, early prediction, pre-draft. Where do you think Chicago's gonna end up in the division?
I think they're gonna end up. I still think they're gonna end up third.
Third.
Yeah, third.
Okay. I mean, I can already tell what the ranking's gonna go.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I honestly think they're gonna be second or third. But we'll see. We'll see again.
Gotcha.
Actually, I'm gonna say second. I
Second.
think Red Rocket can. I mean, they were second last year,
They were second last year.
which is kind of crazy.
That is true. They were second last year.
So
But barely. By one game.
yeah, by one game. Anyways, all right. Moving on to the next team. A team that was right by our alma mater, Calvin.
Oh.
The Detroit Lions. They were 5-11 last year, ranked fourth. They were a disaster. The obvious losses, big ones: Kenny Galladay, Matt Stafford, my boy Marvin Jones. Basically all of them.
All their good players.
And then key additions, not many: Tyrell Williams, Jamal Williams from the Packers.
Okay.
They got Jared Goff and Michael Brockers, who
Yeah, I know.
was funny. He made fun of. So yeah,
He ended up there.
yeah. But
Oh gosh. I mean, what can I say about the Lions?
they're like, is there any hope for this team? Because when I look at this team, like, I mean, already Jared Goff, in my opinion, was a very system quarterback.
Yeah.
And you just go into a bad system.
And he's going into a system without, guys like Robert Woods or
Exactly.
Cooper Kupp.
And then
to
they
bail
just
him
took the
out.
two best
And they shipped off the best two receivers.
Yeah, so it's
it's
like,
yeah, honestly, Goff is, I'll say this, Goff is 95% chance he's going to fail miserably there. He's going to become a really washed out QB there.
okay.
There's like a 5% chance that somehow Goff gets all his energy and he's like, all right, let me prove all you wrong. Because there's nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean,
But that's why I said 5%.
I mean, you could lose your job.
Yes, but I mean, they traded so much for Goff.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to give him at least one full season.
Yeah.
I will say this: one thing going for Goff at least is that DeAndre Swift was doing okay, towards the end of last season.
Yeah.
So at least he has like a decent running back to help him.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's like the only bright
Yeah,
spot on that team.
Barely though.
Yeah, and maybe their center, who I heard is really good.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, he is definitely is out of his control in a way. Like it sucks for him being put in this position where he got traded. It's like definitely like value dropped in a bad situation.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna have to try his best to do something.
Okay, I mean, it sounds like their weaknesses is everything.
But it's tough, yeah.
So So we said their strength is what? DeAndre Swift, literally.
DeAndre Swift.
Like I don't even think their D is very good anymore. They have I'd say they have okay defense.
And like their Akuda was like out
Yeah.
half the season.
Yeah.
Whatever, honestly, it's
So
even last year they're 5 wins. I think they have 5 wins.
yeah,
4 of them were 4 points or less. Like, it was like barely there.
Yeah.
You know, so they're obviously. I don't think they're gonna be trying to do anything. To be honest, they're probably just gonna tank. To be honest.
So okay, if you were the GM, what are your priorities going into the draft? What are your biggest needs?
I think receiver.
Yeah, that was what I wrote
I
too.
mean, I'm just thinking like Calvin Johnson. Like,
Yeah.
let's get your next Calvin Johnson.
You just need a receiver that Goff can know your name. Number 2, I would say a linebacker, and then some sort of DB, whether it's safety or corner. That's what I had. But
Honestly, I don't in the draft. I don't think because Jamar Chase, right? He's probably going the first receiver off the board.
yeah, a lot of people like him.
I don't think they're gonna get him.
Well, either him or the Heisman winner,
Devonta
Smith. It's either those two.
Yeah, so I feel like for them, it's gonna be. I had a lot of like scenarios in my head for the Lions actually. I had a scenario where they trade down because they could get a receiver
Later in the routes
down.
and get more assets.
Yeah,
I
get
see.
more assets. I feel like if I was a GM, I would do that because there's no reason for you to get. I mean, Devonta, it's like, I mean, is he gonna be a superstar? I don't know. Like, if he's not the first receiver off the board, even after winning the Heisman, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like if I'm the owner of the team, this is the plan that has to be presented to you. Our team is ass. You're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's at least sell some tickets.
So you get like at least a big name.
Like a big name or somebody that can excite you. Whether it's a Devonta Smith, like we got the Heisman winner, So.
I guess. Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. But it sounds like I'm just gonna assume this. We think they're projected last in the division.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay, so that's a closed book. Let's turn to the next page. Moving on.
Sorry, Detroit Lions fans. I know
Yeah,
it's a struggle.
sorry, Detroit. It really does suck for you guys, but it is what it is. Moving on to the next page, we got the Minnesota Vikings. They were 7-9. They were in a way a disappointment because I think we chose them to be like right behind the Packers.
Honestly, we were riding the Vikings train like the first half. Like
Yeah.
we would watch film. We'd be like, their defense is not that bad. Like,
yeah.
I don't get why they're so bad, kind of deal.
Yeah, but they're bad. They were bad.
Yeah.
But they had key losses of Kyle Rudolph, Anthony Harris, the safety, Riley Reif, their tackle, their key addition. They got Patrick Peterson.
Okay.
They got Dalvin Tomlinson, who I think is a nose guard, a D tackle. And then they got Xavier Woods. I think he's a safety for the Cowboys. Like you said, they had a terrible defense, but their offense was fun to watch.
Sure. Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson.
Thielen.
I mean, Thielen was doing his thing.
So they got weapons.
Yeah, for sure.
It's their defense. That's pretty bad.
Yes.
Biggest needs for them, you'd say? Because it sounds like we're saying their weakness is their defense, their strength is their offense.
I mean,
Their run game, at least.
their defense is definitely their weakest point. That's for sure. I'm trying to think. Like offensively, yeah, they're fine offensively. I mean, they could probably get an inside O lineman.
Yeah, if anything, it's like protect Kirk.
Yeah, protecting the quarterback is maybe like the only other thing they probably need, but like overall grand scheme defense needs more work.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with their key additions, like they're definitely addressing it.
Yeah.
So that's good for them.
From what I remember is I felt like their DBs were super bad. Like
they're getting burned.
They're getting burned
And
every
like,
play.
I remember they got burned, and they got lucky so many times.
Yeah.
That the QBs just didn't hit him.
Yeah,
Like, hit the
overthrew
receiver,
them. Exactly. Yeah.
I think
So-
it was a Cowboys game I was watching, and one of them just got cooked.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know who their DBs are. Now we know Patrick Peterson's on that team.
Yeah.
I guess what's his name? I don't want to say white guy. Why am I blanking on his name?
There's a white guy.
Harrison Smith.
Oh.
Yeah, he can play. So he's like the only guy there. Everson Griffin, I think he went somewhere else.
Yeah, nonetheless, their defense for sure.
Where do you project him? It sounds like you want to project him
I think
second.
they're gonna be 2.
You think they're gonna be 2?
One thing about the Vikings, they went 4-2 in the division. They lost to the Packers once, Chicago once. So I mean, they have the capability of beating these the other, I mean, it's really just the Packers that they really have to worry about to beat out. But they have the weapons. They can do it.
Yeah.
I just feel like they just need that consistency, and I think that defense just need to be a little bit more locked down.
Yeah, I agree. I think this team is like, they could actually, I'm not going to say contender, but they can be a playoff team actually based on how they draft. Like they're just a few draft, like if they can get one like good rookie starter, like whether it's on defense or, I think they could be they can be a playoff team.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, they have a pretty decent pick this year. I see them taking a DB.
Okay.
Like one of the best DBs off board. I don't know who, but that's what I think they're gonna do.
Okay. All right, moving on to the favorite Mr. Now New Jeopardy, if you saw that.
Oh my gosh, did you see the clip?
Dude, yeah, the last question, that was hilarious.
I literally saw them like, dude.
That was hilarious. That was honestly a GOAT moment for Aaron Rodgers. I think it was so funny.
Oh my god.
I mean, props to him, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's, they're going to repeat as the division champs, it sounds like, for
100%.
us.
There's no doubt.
In a way, I mean, related to that clip, in a way, their season was kind of a disappointment. Like, why did you kick that field goal?
Honestly, I remember watching that game and I was like, it was so bizarre. Because it's like it's like a playoff game.
Yeah, you're like scared to go for it.
You gotta go for it.
Yeah.
It's like they thought that Tom Brady couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And you can never,
Yeah, the guy has done it like every year.
Yeah, like you can't go against Tom Brady. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
You always have to be more aggressive.
Yeah. But anyways, their key losses. They lost the best center in the league, Corey Linsley. Jamal Williams, Christian Kirksey, starting linebacker. Key additions, I didn't see anything that was significant enough. Maybe I didn't
see anything either.
But, for me, I think their biggest need is their cornerback. I know they had that duo, but in that championship game, if you remember, that one DB, Kevin King, got burned like every play. I don't know if you remember, but he had a field day on Twitter. Everyone was roasting him.
Gotcha.
But, they have one of the best offenses. They probably, we can argue they have the best quarterback and best receiver duo in the NFL at the moment. They're unstoppable. Aaron Jones is a baller.
Jamal Williams is gone.
Yeah, right. So they might need extra there.
Oh, no, they have, they drafted their rookie last year.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name too. But he was solid. But yeah, I wrote their biggest needs is a cornerback and then maybe other receivers to help Devontae because...
Okay, yeah, so last year, when the Packers drafted Jordan Love, I was like, why the heck did they not get a receiver? But I kind of got why they didn't draft a receiver last year. Because I think their receiver...
Well, I'm sensing a hot take here. Because nobody still thinks that was a good pick.
I don't know. Okay, so arguably in the moment, it probably wasn't a good pick.
Yes.
But like, if we give it maybe 4 years, it might have been a great pick.
That's if he turns out well.
If Love turns out well. But what I'm trying to say is that I don't think Rodgers needs like a drafted receiver. Like, look at Lazard, look at MVS. They have the highest like yards per catch because that's the style that they need.
And our boy Tanyan.
And Tanyan, man, like Devontae does everything receiver. You got Lazard and MVS going down laterals, easy.
Yeah.
And you got Tanyan doing the same thing too. Like Rodgers has, and the thing is, Rodgers is such a good QB. He can hit these guys.
Got it.
So I feel like seeing last season, I see a little bit why they didn't get a receiver.
Yeah.
At the same time, I understand like for Rodgers, you should get receivers because come on, man. But I won't say it was the worst.
Okay.
Nah.
Got it.
Because
So
Rodgers is so good. I mean, they went 13-3. I mean, yeah, they honestly, if they had gone more aggressive in the playoffs, they could arguably have been Super Bowl champs right now.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, but nonetheless, that's what I think. I mean, they only lost 3 times last year: Bucks, Vikings, Colts. They're just as good as a team as last year as this year going in.
Okay, I mean, we know they're going to be the winner of the division, it sounds like.
they're gonna
Okay,
win the
but the
division.
question is, are they like Super Bowl contenders again? I'm going to say, I think this draft is actually really critical. Like, they need to really... I'm gonna say this, like, yeah, you're right. Receiver isn't, it's you can get somebody, but it's not necessarily like crucial. I do think they need to get a DB and O lineman.
I think O lineman for sure.
You need to protect Rodgers.
I think O lineman is huge. I think, yeah, also DB, because in the end, you're going to have to play against like the Bucks.
Or like anybody, or Mahomes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they can make sure the bowl.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like NFC too, you know? If you have to beat their offense, they could do it. Packers could do it.
Yeah.
But can your defense hold down their offense? That's the only thing.
Got it.
And I feel like if you're thinking long term, because I feel like season wise, like no problem, you'll get into playoffs.
Got it.
But if you want to think in playoffs, like, if you want to think playoffs now,
Playoffs?
you just gotta, you gotta draft thinking who you're playing in the future,
Yeah.
and you gotta stop Tom Brady.
Yep.
I mean,
That's the goal.
yeah, you just gotta stop Tom Brady.
All right, well that segues perfectly into our next division, the NFC South. And we're gonna start off with the reigning Super Bowl champions, Tom Brady. We can make this quick, there's not much. They really didn't.
2020 review, Super Bowl champions, called it from the beginning.
You were right, honestly, you called it. I didn't think so, but you called it. But, you know, they were ranked second last year, 11-5. I didn't see any key losses that were really impactful. I mean, they really needed 3 signings to work out. They just needed Godwin, Barrett, and Levante David.
And all good.
And they're all good. They all signed. They're fine.
Tom Brady restructured his contract. You know, it's just like his team guy.
Gronk is back. OJ Howard is coming back from injury.
Yep.
Even better.
The only guy that I don't think re-signed was Antonio Brown. I think. I don't remember.
I mean, he's just like an icing on the cake. They're fine. They're fine. That other Scotty Miller, he's like was better than him almost.
He's basically the
White version of Antonio Brown, exactly. Anyways, do you think they're gonna win the division at least?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, they're gonna win the division 100%.
Okay. 95%.
Yeah, okay, it's even better than last year because Drew Brees is gone.
Yeah.
That being said, okay, then the real question is, do they have a real shot at repeating?
Oh, yeah, dude. Honestly, it's the reason why I thought the Bucks were gonna win the Super Bowl last year was because you put Tom Brady with this offensive weaponized line when he never had anything like that, and he still was winning.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, now Tom Brady has so many things.
Yeah, he has a good
I
line.
didn't even think about their defense was okay, but then their defense got so much better this year.
Yeah.
Dude, they killed it, and they kept their entire starting 22.
Yeah, so they're all coming back, but
It's crazy.
is there any needs you think for them?
I literally wrote, honestly, nothing much. Like,
I wrote
they could.
I wrote cornerback. I know they're good, but I felt like they're like those cornerbacks that take a lot of risks.
They could. Is Darby their cornerback?
No. It's Carlton Davis and another guy. I forgot his name. We can look it up, but I'm just saying they get burned often, but they also play well. Does that make sense? It's like boom or bust with them.
Carlton Davis, Shaquille Barrett.
No. Sean Murphy Bunting.
Sean Murphy. Oh yeah, Sean Murphy Bunting.
Yeah, and so they're either on their game or off their game. Like, I mean, Justin Herbert killed them, and a lot of other teams, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they go. So you don't think they need any needs? They're fine. They just gotta work on chemistry.
I think they're gonna. Yeah, I think the only thing that they have to focus on is, like that Super Bowl high.
Okay, so then the real question is right here. Are they your favorites right now going into the season at this moment?
Going into the season, are they my favorites? Yes.
Okay,
They are my favorites.
You heard it here first. Daniel's Super Bowl prediction right now is Tampa Bay winning it again.
Let me just think about all this again. Yes, I think so.
Okay, there we go.
Well, I mean, what do you think?
Look, I mean, you said it. It's hard to bet against Tom Brady, but my gut feeling says no. I think they'll lose, but we'll see. I have a sleeper team in my mind, but I'll tell you that later. Let's move on to a sleeper team.
Is it the Chargers?
No. Let's move on to the next team. We got the Panthers. We can sort of quicken this up. They were 5-11 last year. They kind of started off well, and we thought they were a decent team, and then they just kind of like the Bears, just.
Yeah, CMC, falling out. It's tough when you lose arguably one of the top 3 running backs in the league,
Yeah, but I mean, this timing is kind of interesting. They lost Mike Davis, Curtis Samuel, but right around this time, they just got Sam Darnold, Hassan Reddick, who was a pretty good player in Arizona, and Denzel Perriman, a linebacker from San Diego. What are your thoughts about them? Where do they stand? What are your strengths, weaknesses, their biggest needs?
I think, biggest need I think is O-line, tackle.
Yeah.
I think they need to give more like rundown block protection for Christian McCaffrey, because he's like their guy. Like he's their feature. You know, there's nothing else you can do without him.
Yeah.
You know, he could run, he could pass, catch. I honestly think Darnold is not a bad QB.
I don't either.
I think Teddy Bridgewater was all right. But I think Darnold is a decent QB, and I think he can make it work if he does start. I don't know who's going to start yet. But I don't think they need to... Because some people think they need to draft a QB, for example. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's too early.
I think it's too early. I think they should draft O-tackle and just get a big body out there.
Yeah.
I think that's like
protect Darnold. Give this guy a shot, bro. Because like in New York, dude, he was like...
They drafted him third. He got thrown into a crappy situation.
Bro, it was a murder scene.
You know, they didn't try. They traded away all their good players, like for draft capital. Yeah, it was tough.
Okay, but where are they going to be in the division, you think? So we think Tampa Bay first. Where in the division?
I think they're gonna be third.
Third, okay. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say they're second. Yeah, they're gonna be second. So.
I know who you think. I know your order now.
Yeah, but hey, you never know. But hey, you know what? I take that back. They're gonna be third. You're right. They're gonna be third. They're gonna be third.
Because if you said they're gonna be second.
Yeah, they're gonna be third.
Honestly, my thing is like either third or fourth, but I think they're gonna be third.
I think they'd be third. Yeah,
okay. For sure. I think their defense is not bad. I mean, they did draft that nose last year.
Yeah, he was good. Malcolm? No. It was something. Derek Brown.
Yes.
Derek Brown from Auburn.
Yes. You know, I don't think they're that bad. I think their defense is not that bad. Their pass defense was good, actually. Yeah. If I remember correctly, their passing defense was good. I just think, like I was saying with the NFC North, they have to think about who they're going to play the most. They're going to be playing the Saints the most, the Bucks the most, and the Falcons the most. All three, okay, Bucks and the Falcons are like pure offensive players. You know?
I mean, you still got Sean Payton on the Saints. They're gonna...
Yeah. So Saints are a very defensive, great team.
Yeah.
And obviously, without Breeze, they're still going to be a good offense.
Yeah.
Fine, they're a good offensive team too. So what I'm saying is like, they need to worry about scoring more. Yeah. Because they can play as much defense as they want, but they need to score. Yeah. And they need to keep up with these other three teams who are all about scoring.
I mean, they got a good core. They got Darnold, McCaffrey, Moore, Robbie. Yeah. And then they lost Curtis, but you know that's still a good core. So we'll see.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, get a guy on the line. You know. Yeah. Get more opportunities to throw and run the ball.
Yep. All right, on to the next team. The only team with a Korean represent the Atlanta Falcons, who had a horrendous season in my opinion.
Did he win like kicker of the year?
He should have. He almost should have. Honestly, bro, he was a baller. Dude, he was a baller.
He was great.
And if you don't know who we're talking about Young Ho. Young Ho. But Falcons finished 8-8.
What?
No, they didn't. I wrote that wrong. I forgot what their record was, but they were fourth. They were last in the division.
4-12.
But they lost. Their key losses was James Carpenter, O-lineman. Key additions, they got Mike Davis, which addresses the running back need. Yep. They got Fabian Moreau, who's a cornerback, and then Barkevius Mingo, who's an edge player. He's all right, but
yeah, Mike Davis, I think
that was a big signing in my opinion.
I think it's an upgrade from Gurley.
Oh my god,
Gurley was so bad last year. Like he was a fridge.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like he had 2 fridges for knees. Like.
Dude, it was so bad.
Yeah, he was bad.
How does he go from offensive MVP in 3 years and becomes this washed?
Drugs. I'm just kidding. I mean, like, no, you're right though. Like, that's like it. I heard like there was an article saying he's the player that has fallen off like the quickest.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's crazy. From like being he was the best running back.
He was the best player.
Yeah, to like now, he might not even find a team. I'm sure he'll find a team, but
I'm sure so. Yeah, for sure. But
anyways, though, their best player aside from Julio is Young Hoku. Like
no. you can't slide out Calvin Ridley.
Okay.
He had a fantastic
Okay.
season.
Yeah, but Young Ho scored more points.
Well, all kickers score more points.
Anyways, though, I mean, we know how good their offense can be, but it's been like that for years now. So, like, where do you see them?
Well, okay, I'll say this. Last year really sucked for them because they had, Julio hamstring like all season.
Yeah.
It sucked really bad for them. Gurley was not the running back that they thought they were getting. The defense was like the absolute worst. And for some reason, they were the king of choking last year. They couldn't hold a single lead. Dude, they scored a touchdown and lost.
Yeah.
Against the Lions.
Yeah.
Early. Like,
I remember that.
like they literally said in the huddle, don't score, don't
They
score.
scored.
Oh my god. It's just like, it's a really unfortunate situation. I think, so their defense is obviously an issue. But I feel like they could, sign these guys, free agents for defense,
Yeah.
like to help them a little bit. I see them getting, because I think they're fourth pick,
Yeah.
I believe. I see them getting Kyle Pitts, tight end.
Tight end.
Tony Gonzalez days.
Ooh, okay, okay. All right, Daniel, don't give away our draft analysis just too early yet.
But I just think, I think they're gonna get another offensive guy, like arguably like best tight end prospect in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're going, but in my opinion, like, I think their offense is fine. Like, they just need, like, to bolster up on defense because, like,
What I was thinking is like, a season ago they had Hayden Hurst, and Hayden Hurst was killing it for them, and they were playing much better. And it's not to say that they need more offensive help, but I think it'll help them because the longer you're on offense, the less your defense has to play.
that's true, you know.
Matt Ryan is not Matt Ryan is a pure throwing quarterback. The
Yeah.
more weapons he has, the more chances he has to stay on the field.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like he's going to be scrambling.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I think they need an offense is O-lineman, like to protect Matt and open holes for Mike Davis, but I could see that, okay. But where do you think they're gonna rank in the division?
I mean, I still think they're going to end up fourth, unfortunately.
Okay.
I think that they're probably going to be the best fourth place team.
Meaning that this division is tough.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's probably the second toughest division in the league.
Okay, well, you know how I changed from Carolina from second to third?
No,
it's because I think Atlanta's gonna be second.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's the hot take.
I think they're gonna be second. I think,
Thinks. Wait, you think Bucks are gonna be first?
yeah.
Okay, he thinks.
I think Bucks, Atlanta. Yeah, I really do. I mean, they're talented. They just need. This is one of those teams, like you said, they have everything they need. I don't know about defense, but their offense is so good that it's just a chemistry issue, in my opinion. So I think they'll be fine, but we'll see. Hey,
I mean, it's not like it's impossible. I mean, the Falcons did go to the Super Bowl like what 3 years ago?
3-4 years ago.
Yeah, like-
but then
4 years?
basically,
Yeah, 23.
yeah, that's all we gotta say. but yeah, that's what I think. So
Wow. Okay.
we'll see. We'll see. I mean, that leaves us with one team, which I know you think they're gonna be second. It's the New Orleans Saints.
I know you think they're gonna be last.
No, I think it's a toss-up between them and Carolina, honestly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, you just lost the Hall of Fame. You're gonna tell me this guy is gonna lead them to
Hey,
second
what about
place?
Taysom Hill? Okay, I will say this. Before I looked more into it, I thought Saints dropping hard. But did you know that when Taysom Hill was starting, they won 4 out of the 5 games he played?
I do remember that because I remember I had him on my fantasy
Yeah, and it
team.
wasn't even like it was close. Like they actually like won pretty comfortably. That was like the only reason why I'm like, you know what? Even if they do start James Winston, like
Yeah.
no problem, whatever. Like, and their defense is like they're
Yeah.
one of the top 7 defenses, arguably.
I mean, it's just like it's tough because you lose.
And they did all this without Michael Thomas like all season.
I think he's overrated, regardless.
We know that he's like way overrated than he is. Like he ain't no 99 club kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like he's still Michael Thomas.
Yeah, how you get 99 and then not play the season? But anyways, their key losses was Quan Alexander, Emmanuel Sanders, Janoris Jenkins, their starting cornerback. And they also lost Drew Brees, obviously. The only key addition I saw was this guy named Nick Vanette, who's a tight end, I believe, which sounds familiar. Anyways, but
Jared Cook was a pretty big disappointment.
he came to the Chargers, so. We'll see. But I mean, for me, their biggest need is quarterback. Like I'm not a believer in Taysom Hill yet.
What about James Winston?
I think he'll end up starting, in my opinion.
I think he should have been the starter.
He should have been the starter.
Like last year.
Yeah.
I think he should have started.
But it's just like that defense is also super shaky. Like they were good, like I feel like 2 years ago. Last year, they kind of showed flashes of it.
But it wasn't consistent.
It wasn't consistent, yeah. They like gave up a lot of plays. Like Marcus Lattimore wasn't very as good.
Lattimore definitely has dropped a lot.
Yeah, he wasn't as good. Like their safety play isn't as good. So it's just like, I just don't know. So which is why I put him at 3 to 4. That's my prediction about them. So, but do you think they're gonna be second? So persuade me.
Dude, 2 words, Alvin Kamara.
Okay, if he has like an amazing season, then maybe.
Dude ended the season last year with 6 touchdowns in the game.
Yeah, he won people their fantasy leagues. I get that. But I just like.
No, okay.
Yeah.
But realistically, I mean, it's like what you're saying about the Falcons. Like, Matt Ryan, like I want to say he's an above average QB who just has some unfortunate spells. But I think like QB talent wise, he's like up there.
Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan, yeah. Like I think he has a great arm.
Wow, you think he's above average? I think he's like right. I would say he's a top. Okay, obviously top 15 in my opinion. I could argue he could be top 10.
That's above average QB.
Isn't that good?
Wait, are you saying yours is good or is mine good?
No, I'm saying if he's in the top 10, like that's considered good, not above average. Like you're good.
Are you saying above average is higher than good?
No, I'm saying good is higher than above average.
Oh, so you think Matt Ryan is higher than what I think?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying he's at least in an above average QB. Like he's at least in an above average QB. Like he's not like average or bad. He's like at least an above average QB.
Okay.
He has an elite receiver in Julio, an up and coming above average receiver in Ridley.
I think he's a star, basically.
Ridley.
Yeah, he should be an all-pro receiver.
Last year he should have been.
Yeah, I mean he's crazy.
Actually, no, I was just thinking about Evan Ingram being.
No, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that.
No, I'm like, how the F did he get Pro Bowl?
Yeah, bro, he's out of here, bro.
Over Tanyan? Like, I don't know. But anyways,
But Saints, you think they're second?
Saints, you know, they lost Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh shoot. Yeah, they lost Emmanuel Sanders. That's right. But I mean, Michael Thomas, Kamara are both like above average players.
I mean, you could argue they're the best at their position.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like even if you have a slightly, like barely above the average QB in Winston, you know, he was a top 10 QB. Granted, yes, he threw a hella interceptions, but he was a top 10 QB with Mike Evans and.
Okay,
Hopkins.
but that's from a fantasy perspective.
No, I'm talking about in just like.
You think so? You think he was top 10 in general?
I think he has the arm. I think he has the the throwing capabilities. Obviously, his accuracy has issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll see. We'll see. Like
the thing is with players like Michael Thomas and Kamara, you don't have to throw those deep balls where like it's like a prayer.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the Saints are the biggest mystery team this year. Like you just don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, what can happen? We just don't know. So.
And it's like you said, they still have Sean Payton.
Yeah, but you think they're gonna be second?
I still think they're gonna be second.
Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna be on the conservative side and say they're
conservative side, maybe fourth place.
Yeah. So we'll see. But.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Okay, we're still rolling, but.
I mean, oh my goodness.
We'll see.
All right, we're gonna put like
this alcohol is kicking in me, dude. This alcohol is kicking in.
We're gonna have like a comment that says 2, and we're gonna have a comment that says 4, and you like whichever you think is more likely.
We'll see.
2 or 4. 4th place. I don't think a team could drop that much.
We'll see.
The only team.
I mean, then again, it's the toughest division. So like they could be 7 and 9, and they could be 4th. Because this division is like. It's not bad. It's one of the tougher.
I think it's the second hardest division.
Yeah, I already know what the toughest division is, but yeah, we're gonna talk about them soon.
No, but saying about something like that, they did have one team that went from 1st to 4th.
Exactly.
I will say that it is possible.
It's possible. It is possible.
It is possible.
It's one injury away.
But they,
It's
yeah.
one injury away.
And then like 50 more.
Yeah. So, all right. Moving on to the NFC East. We are going to start off with the Philadelphia Eagles.
The worst division.
They were 4-11. Let's speed this up because this isn't that much of an interesting division, but
It really isn't.
they were 4th last year. Their key losses to Deshaun, obviously Carson Wentz, Jeffrey. Their key addition, they got Anthony Harris. I don't think this is a key addition, but I just wrote it down. But Joe Flacco.
Dude.
Oh. Back to the Eagles.
Yep.
What do you think about them? Like, any hope there? We said what their best receiver was Goddard.
Yes. Goddard is their best receiver. Their best defensive player is. Do they have Darius Slice still?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Probably him. Oh wait, no. It's obviously why am I blanking on his name? Holy crap.
D tackle.
Yeah.
Fletcher
Fox.
Cox. Fletcher Cox.
Fox. Fletcher Fox, yes. Yeah, it sucks because I think the Eagles, I'll say this right now. I think the Eagles will be 4th in their division.
This year.
I think it's not because, no, I think it's because they have the least potential
Okay.
out of the 4. Like, and they don't even have any like upside.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I feel like they're just,
Maybe Jalen. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but I feel like that division is already like not the best, but I think they're just not the best out of all the not the best.
Got it. They're the worst among the worst.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to put it nicely.
Got it. All right. And Philly fans are gonna be pissed at this, but whatever. But
I mean, I'm sure they're already going through a lot of sadness this past season, and
Yeah.
they're due for another season. Sorry.
all right, moving on to America's team. They were 6-10. Division rank was 3rd. Was the Dallas Cowboys. Their key additions. I only saw this guy named Jaron Curse, who I think is a safety.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he's not that good.
Yeah, but key losses, I didn't see much either.
They don't have any.
So, I mean, they're the same team, except they get Dak back.
And their whole lineman back.
They're all linemen back. So this is, I'm just going to say this. This is one of those teams where if you just look at it on paper,
They should be so good.
they should be like a Super Bowl contender.
They should be so
They
good.
should be so good. And I guess it depends if you believe in Dak or not. But if
I
you,
believe in that.
yeah, I mean, I do too. I think he's good enough to bring him at least to the championship, like NFC championship.
Yes.
Which-
Ooh. That's a lot. That's pretty bold.
You don't think so?
Because I honestly think they would have to play against like the Bucks or the Packers first round, and I don't think they could beat them.
But I mean, they have
And they have the potential.
They
If that's
argue.
the
Yeah, I mean, they argue. Like, if you just look at it on paper, they arguably have the best O line. I mean, they're a little. They're getting
They're
old,
old, yeah.
but still, they do. They have, in my opinion, they still have a top 3, top 5 minimum running back
Oh, yeah.
with a secondary running back who's also pretty damn good.
Pollard.
Amari Cooper is a beast.
I think the receiving core is probably one of
One of the best.
The best.
Yeah, one of the best. With
Gallup and CD.
yeah, and Amari
Yeah, because
and then their defense, they're solid. Like they got their linebackers are solid. They got Vander Esk,
they just were
Jalen.
really bad.
They just are bad. I don't know what it is, but
So I'll say this. Even when Dak was healthy, they barely won games. And like the games it's honestly the defense. I think they just need to focus on the defense. Offense wise, like they're set, line set, running back set, receiver set, quarterback set, nothing to touch.
Yep.
Nothing to change. They gave up the most points in their division.
yeah,
of the four.
that's the issue.
They gave it the most points. And that's their problem. They scored the most points in the division and they gave up the most points in the division. So like obviously the problem. Like they don't need to score more.
Yeah.
I mean, they just need to stop letting the opponent score less. They
Yeah.
need to make them score less.
Yeah.
So it's easy. I think Cowboys' number one issue is their defense. They gotta get DBs.
Okay, so you think their biggest needs is a DB?
Yeah, like I feel like they should have never they should have re-signed
Byron Jones.
Byron Jones.
Yep,
Like,
he was good.
That was such a
Where did he end up?
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
They had a Byron Jones and Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah. Or
No, Xavier Rhodes is safety.
Xavier
Xavier Howard.
Howard. Yes, Howard. Yes. Those two went off.
Yeah, dude. So like, Byron Jones is a huge loss.
Yeah.
Huge loss. So yeah, I think this coming draft, They gotta draft their next like star corner.
Yeah. Okay.
100%.
So where do they end up in this division? You think?
I think they're gonna be one.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, they
Granted, they all stay healthy.
Yeah, granted they all stay healthy, but I mean, they are like number one material. Like last year, they were off by one game.
Yeah.
And they didn't have like all their players.
Got it.
You know. So I feel like this division is like it's arguably one of the weakest divisions.
Yeah.
You know. So, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. One. I mean, what do you think?
I don't think they're. I just knowing the Cowboys, I don't think they're number one team. But when I look at the division, I can't help but be like, I think either them or another team is gonna be one. But if I have to stick with my gut, yeah, I'll say they're gonna be one.
Okay.
They're gonna be one. So we'll see. Moving on, a little more east, we're gonna go with the New York Giants. They finished 6-10, division rank 2. Key losses, they lost Dalvin Tomlinson. But key additions, they got big key additions. They signed a lot this year. They got Galladay, Ragland, who's a good linebacker. They got Kyle Rudolph, and they got John Ross III to help out.
Oh, they got John Ross.
Yeah, so
let's see. They have Galladay, Ross, Slayton, Tate,
Daniel Jones, Evan Ingram. Yeah, Evan Ingram. They also have Deion Lewis. I don't know if he does much, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because Barkley was out.
Yeah, but Barkley's coming back. That's the big news.
Honestly, I totally forgot about Barkley.
Yeah, but I mean, what's your take on these guys? I mean,
okay. I think the Giants are a decent team. Like when they played against the Bucks, they looked so good.
Yeah.
You remember that game?
yeah, I remember that game.
Defensively, Bradbury was going off.
Yeah.
He was locking down.
He's an underrated player.
Anybody in his area, he locked them down. Daniel Jones, and I say this all the time, Daniel Jones sometimes has really pretty throws. Like that one end zone one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, God. But he just needs to be more consistent. Like he can't be running like 80 yards and tripping on his own. I actually, thinking about it now, I think they're going to be second in their division.
So the team I was thinking was either them or the Cowboys. Because I do think with they go as far as Daniel Jones goes. They added more weapons. Barkley. And they're getting Barkley back. Their defense isn't bad. So I just think they need to protect Daniel Jones. So I think their biggest need is O-lineman in the draft.
Oh, they definitely should draft O-lineman. I think they should draft O-lineman and if not, maybe like an edge rusher.
I was thinking the same thing. They need pressure. That's exactly what I
think an edge rusher would be good against all these other quarterbacks. Because Dak is a runner.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is a runner.
Yeah.
Who's starting in Washington? Dude, they have like 4 quarterbacks.
We'll figure it out. So, okay, but do you think they're gonna be second? I guess I would say second, but they have a potential to be first.
I think the Giants. And the thing is, with Galladay coming, dude, that's huge.
That's huge, dude.
Because they haven't had a good receiver since OBJ.
Sad face.
Like
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and then moving on to the next team, which was a surprise to all of us.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I get it. They were 7-9, but still.
They were a meme team before the league.
Exactly. But they ended up first, and there's a lot of good pieces you can work with. They didn't lose too much.
They had Darby.
They lost Fabian Moreau, they lost Ryan Anderson. Not like the biggest pieces, but solid. But key additions, they got Curtis Samuel, they got Fitzpatrick, and they got William Jackson III, who I'm really big on. He was the Cincinnati corner.
Okay.
Who was really good.
All right.
But I don't think we know who's gonna start at quarterback. I don't know if it's gonna be Alex Smith. It could be Fitz. Or did they release Alex?
I don't think Alex is part of their team anymore.
Okay, then I guess it's Fitz. It's gonna be Fitz.
I could be wrong though. It's been a while.
It's for sure not Dwayne Haskin.
No, they don't have Haskins anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be Fitzpatrick or that other guy, Heineke.
Dude, he had a game.
He had a game against the Bucks.
He had a game.
But it sounds like it's gonna be Fitzpatrick.
I think Fitz. They also had Kyle Allen. That was the other guy.
Got it.
Kyle Allen.
And our boy Antonio Gibson and McLaurin.
McLaurin, dude, that dude, oh my god.
He can ball.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
Dude. Honestly, he was like probably the most underrated receiver last year. Like
Yeah.
on the field and in fantasy. It's like, dude, that guy was so good. Just trying to think.
But it sounds like you think they're gonna be third?
You know, I had them second before,
Yeah.
but after thinking about the Giants, I think third. I mean, yeah, I know they got first last year in
Yeah.
the division, and it's a weak division, but I just feel like these other teams are going to be better because they've had so many key losses.
Yeah.
And for you to be in a division where other teams lost like their arguable best players, and you only beat them by one win.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to say that you're gonna hold on.
To me, this is one of those divisions where I feel like scheduling is really gonna matter. Like that's gonna determine the winner of this division. Because like if like Washington or like New York has a nice schedule, they could easily be first in my opinion. So,
Depending
but
on who they play.
yeah, exactly. But I guess you're right. I think it's gonna. Yeah, I agree with you. It's either they're gonna be second or third. I'm leaning towards third because Giants just have more talent. But we'll see.
No, I think they're a great team though. Like they also had a great defense last
Yeah, they have a great
year.
defense.
They still have a great defense now. It's just, I think offensively they are lacking in star power that the other teams have.
Yep, agreed.
McLaurin is great. Gibson, a pretty good running
Pretty good
back,
running back, yeah.
But they're not like Zeke's or Barkley's
Yep.
or Cooper's and Galladay's. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
So it's just tough. And their quarterback, I mean, Fitzmagic is Fitzmagic, but I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Okay. All right, moving on to the last division of the NFC. Probably, I think you and I can agree to this, the best division in the NFL.
Best because it's the most competitive.
And it just got even better,
So
which is crazy. It just got even better. And we're gonna start off with the worst team last year on that division, the San Francisco 49ers. They were 6-10 last year, ranked 4th. Key losses, not too much, but Marquise Goodwin. This guy, I really didn't know about, but Kerry Hyder, you probably never heard of him, but he had 9 sacks, which is pretty damn good. And then Akilla Witherspoon, which was their cornerback. Their key additions was Mohamed Sanu. They got the Falcons center, Alex Mack, who's really good.
that's pretty good.
And then they got Ebukam, who's from the Rams. Sam Ebukam.
Oh.
He's an edge rusher, but he was pretty solid as well. That being said, the main story of them is Jimmy G's coming back, Bosa's coming back. Like everyone is coming back this year.
And Kittle will be like more healthy.
Kittle will be healthy. I don't think Rich Sherman is coming back though. That's the only thing.
Oh. I mean, he's old.
Yeah, he's old. But what are your thoughts on the 49ers? I mean, I can take this one. This was the sleeper team I'm talking about.
You like really.
I really like this
You're
team.
really passionate. They want to go from Super Bowl contenders to last place back to Super Bowl
I
contenders?
think so.
Oh.
I think so. I think they're, and you don't, that's because you don't believe in Jimmy G.
Dude. It's not just me. The organization doesn't. They think they're going to draft a quarterback.
That's true.
It's not just me. I've been saying this from day one.
No, but if they're gonna draft a quarterback, it's not gonna be because they're gonna start him right away, in my opinion.
But it's also because they don't believe in Jimmy G.
I guess, but who knows? Maybe he can change people's minds.
I'm going to tell you right now, Jimmy Garoppolo is not a good quarterback.
So can you not be a good quarterback and take him to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, if you freaking like have George Kittle who runs like freaking 50 yards after catch every time.
Okay, but like anyways, like
Or Mostert who freaking rushes like twice and gets like 200 yards.
that's true. But we know this team is super talented.
I think individual talent-wise, dude, these guys, they're speedsters.
They're speedsters.
And their line is so good too, and it's kind of scary. Like as a Rams fan, I'm scared sometimes because I feel like almost every game that Rams play, I don't think the Rams could ever beat the Niners for some reason.
The Niners are a good team. So I mean, where do you rank them in this division?
Okay, so this division was tough because I have my bias too.
Yeah.
And I try to not be biased, but I still have my bias. And it could also be because I'm forgetting the Niners.
But this is one of the divisions, like whatever we place them at, it could be the complete opposite.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, like last year, you were saying the Cardinals, who were like the worst of worst teams, like in 19 season. You said they could be good.
Yeah. And they were solid.
I mean, and they got third, and they could, but they could have been better.
Yeah.
And it would have been. It was like a really crazy hot take.
Yeah, we said Rams could win the division, and people thought we were crazy, but they ended up being second. Like,
Exactly, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
People are crazy, but I mean, and this might be really bad to say, but I think the Niners are going to be last.
Oh wow. Okay. What?
And I'll give you like why. And it was really, honestly, this division was really hard for me to judge because one, it is the hardest division in the whole league.
Okay.
And each four of these teams, I will say, if they were in different divisions, they would easily could be the favorite of that division.
Okay.
Depending on which division they're in.
This is gonna be tough.
It honestly came down to this for me. It was how they were performing last year, and then like how these teams were playing together.
Yeah.
And then now you're coming into a new season, and these teams, the Hawks, Rams, and Cardinals, are coming from these places where they're gonna get better. I think they're all three of them are gonna get better. And so you're playing against in a division where all three of these teams are gonna get better, and you are still catching up. And you, as in the Niners.
Yeah.
And so, and I think the Niners have the worst QB out of the four. I think they have the worst receivers of the four. I think and this one is tough, but like they don't have. I don't think they have the best running back of the four either.
Yeah.
Defensive wise, I don't think it's like, I mean, it's like probably 2 or 1, but it's like they aren't like so great that they stand out in this division. And so I had them at 4 because I am putting these other 3 higher for other reasons, but I'll talk about it later. But right now I have the Niners at 4, which could be my hot take.
Yeah.
If your hot take is,
Because I think they could be first.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they could be first, but I think they'll be second. That's my thing.
so you think they could be first,
But I think they'll be second
but you
ultimately.
think they'll be second.
Yeah.
So you just have them at 1 or 2.
Yeah, but because ultimately they're the one team though, I feel like I don't know. I think they have he in my opinion, I think he's the best coach in the division. It's between him or Sean. I do think they have the better defense than Rams.
That's what I'm saying. It's like arguably.
It's arguably,
Yeah,
but but I mean, I will go into it when we talk about the Rams. But I just feel like I don't know, just something about Stanford. Even last year, as bad as they were last, like they were in some of these games that they lost. Like they upsetted some teams. Like they were still decent. They have a lot of pieces, not just Mostert was out.
I mean, they beat the Rams twice last year.
Yeah, so I mean, I really like him. I really think this one kid, the receiver, what's his name? I think he's a star.
Is that who you're thinking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the guy who's really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think individual talent, like they're also good. They're also fast. They're like a high risk, high reward. Like if one of those could break free, just a smidge, like
It's just game over.
They just need inches.
Yeah.
They could totally change the game.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's a lot of risk too, like depending on those things. Because
Yeah.
49ers, a year removed,
Yeah.
were the highest yards after catch yards.
Yeah.
So they rely a lot on individual talent. That's why I think Jimmy Garoppolo is not a good quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all these players' individual talents.
we'll see. This division is also just like
And
one
Bosa
draft.
also is coming off injury.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
he's like not coming off injury, but
Yeah, this division is also just one draft pick away from being like whoever has the best draft could be first. Basically, is what I'm saying.
It's true.
Like San Fran, that one year they drafted Bosa, went to the
yeah.
Super Bowl. So, okay, moving on to the next team. Then we got the AZ Cardinals, Arizona, who were
most hyped up team right now.
who are 8-8. Their division rank is 3rd. I mean, there's a reason they had some big signings. They lost Hassan Reddick. It sounds like they lost Larry. He's free agency.
He's still like kind of on the skin deal.
They lost Patrick Peterson, but they got one of the better centers, Rodney Hudson, Malcolm Butler, AJ Green, and then obviously like JJ Watt.
They have like all these name
players.
Yeah, they got all these name players.
If JJ Watt is close as what he's been the last few years, like they're gonna be good.
Yeah, JJ Watt gets like
Him and Chandler Jones.
he gets like 8.5, 8 sacks.
Exactly.
That's good enough.
Exactly. So him and Chandler Jones is gonna be pretty scary.
Yeah.
That being said, like, they go wherever Kyler goes. Where does he take them? You think? Do they have any strengths, weaknesses? You'd say.
Well, their weakness is running back.
Oh yeah. Although they seem to like this one kid. Not Drake, the other guy.
No, Drake is gone.
Oh, Drake is gone.
Drake is on the Raiders.
Edmonds.
Yeah.
They like Edmonds.
It's not a really hot take, but I think the Cardinals are going to draft a running back.
You don't think they believe in Edmonds?
No. If they believed in Edmonds, he would have started over Drake when Drake came back from injury.
True.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to take Harris, Najee Harris from Bama.
Alabama. He's
Yeah.
good, dude.
I think they want a big tanky dude, because there's that other running back, Travis Etienne. I don't know.
Oh, Clemson.
Yeah, but he's like a small dude. He's kind of like an Edmonds. They're not gonna draft the same kind of player.
Yeah.
They want like a Derrick Henry bulldozer big
type of
dude
guy. Got it.
You know, and I think if they have that, because Drake was a complete bust last year.
Got it.
Edmonds, obviously, he has flashes.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's starter material.
Okay.
I think he's a great change of pace, you know, kind of guy.
Yeah.
If they get a great running back who could, like, you know, leave them on the ground, with Kyler Murray also throwing and running, they got D-Hop, AJ Green now. They don't have Fitz. I mean, I'm going to say they don't have Fitz right now.
I mean, you just replace Fitz with AJ Green, which is like the same thing.
I think AJ Green is more athletic.
Yeah, he's better. Yeah, probably.
Fitz is more reliable, but he was not even being utilized that well.
Yeah, so you got D-Hop, Kirk, Green.
Kirk, that's what it was.
Kirk is like a runner.
So, I mean, they will have, I think they have a really fun offense. And like you said, their coach is really good. Wait, no, you said the Niners coach.
I mean, but this coach is also, like, they're all very offensive heavy
Yeah, they're
coaches.
all super offensive. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But nonetheless, it's tough being in the hardest division. That's just what it is. It's so tough.
Yeah, and they kind of like let up a lot last year.
Even with all their hype and stuff, I feel like they still didn't match up to it. They went 2-4 in the division.
Yeah.
You know, still with their full team. I mean, they went 8-8. Some of them were lucky wins. I mean, they had that Bills Hail Mary, like whatever. But
That's right. So they technically should have been like 7-9.
I mean, yeah, technically, probably statistically wise, like that one throw. But it's tough because I feel like this division is really. It's so hard to like rank these guys, but I think the Cardinals are going to be third.
Okay, I think they'll be last.
Okay.
I think they'll be last, so we'll see.
Sorry, Cardinals.
Actually, sorry. You know what? I think they'll be third. I think they'll be third.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be third.
I'm like really afraid who you think is going to be last.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, I do know, like if I'm thinking smartly.
Yeah.
I do know who you think is fourth. It's just crazy that you think they're going to be fourth.
We'll see. We'll see who you think is gonna be fourth. All right, moving on to your team, the Los Angeles Rams. They were 10-6, which was kind of a surprise, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people were surprised.
I think a lot of people kind of didn't think they were going to play well.
A lot of people thought they were gonna be last.
I believe in them.
Yeah, I mean, I did too. They were ranked second. Obviously, key losses, Jared Goff and Michael Brockers. Key additions, obviously, Stafford. But a big signing that I think was really good was Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
A really interesting pick.
I mean, granted, Jackson is definitely not the Jackson he was.
Yeah, but he's definitely faster than Woods and Cup. Yeah, so.
Reynolds?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reynolds is gone. Somebody else.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is going to be really interesting. Like, you replace your franchise quarterback with an actual franchise quarterback who, one of the most talented players in the NFL.
Stafford has always been like a top 5 QB
Yep.
for the Lions.
Yep.
Now he's on a real team.
Yep. So this is going to be really interesting. And I want to know your take on this because this is your team. But,
All right.
like, first of all, what are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? What do you think they need?
So I'll say this. Last year, they had a great season. I think 10-6 is still a great season.
That's a great season, yeah.
You know, it's still a great season. They only lost by more than one possession to one team. Seattle, one game.
Yeah.
The other 5, that was all one possession within one possession. Kind of like your Chargers.
Yeah.
Except that we had a winning record.
Yep.
They went 4-2 against playoff teams. I think they were a great team last year. Goff is just not a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He's like an average quarterback.
But he did well for you guys. He did
well.
what's needed.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, once you play against the Packers, you got to step it up, and he just couldn't. Their strengths: they have a top 10 offense, no top 10 defense. That's their strength, 100%. There's not many teams. I think the only other team I can think of on the top of my head are the Bucks. Top 10. If you can think of any other team.
I mean, this is last year, right? Yeah, I don't think there are many.
Stafford is going to make the offense way more dynamic. He could actually throw the ball while running.
Yeah.
Goff couldn't do that. I think those are what I think are the strengths. They all the key players are still there. We still got Donald, Ramsey, all those guys. I think the biggest thing with the Rams is that because they're so high play, these very thought out plays, every time games, whatever, they get sometimes get a little bit complacent, where they think they're on the driver's seat, it's all good.
Yeah.
And then they lose games.
Yeah.
Or the next game they'll lose because they had a phenomenal game the game before.
Yeah.
They don't think we need to carry this energy to the next game. But I feel like that also could come with the change in QB, where that culture could change.
Got it.
Because Stafford is coming from a losing mentality team where he's always coming from behind.
Yeah.
So Stafford now has an opportunity to lead this team, saying, hey, even if we're up, don't think we got this.
Yeah.
Or every game's a new game. We always have to fight for every win. Because I feel like Goff wasn't a leader. But I think Stafford could.
Yeah, and age helps. He's been in the league for a while, so yeah. I mean, this is. I still do think I think their offense is pretty good. And then your running back, who I'm blanking on his.
Is probably gonna
Yeah, his second year, he's gonna step up. He
was showing a lot.
He showed flashes. So I think you guys would be good on an offensive standpoint. Maybe the only thing you guys could work on is maybe bolstering that O-line to make sure. But I definitely think the defense can use some work, especially your DBs are pretty good.
Linebackers.
Yeah, your linebackers is one of the things that I feel like.
We lost our linebackers.
So that's the one thing I feel like you guys can work on. That said, I mean, I don't know where you project them, but to me, they're the favorites.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win the division.
I think they will win the division too. I think as long as there's no chemistry issues with Stafford and there's no hiccups, then I think they'll win it. That's the only thing I see it, but
I think they should have not an easy time.
Yeah.
But I feel like team chemistry, team-wise, individual talent-wise, just looking from the outside right now, the Rams have the best opportunity.
So remember how I said there was a sleeper team earlier that could make the Super Bowl? This was the team. As much as I hate to say it, because I don't like this LA team, they are loaded.
Yeah, because
they're loaded. Especially with McVay's offense.
I think what we'll probably do is, because we don't have a first rounder, we have a second rounder, I believe. We're probably going to draft an O-lineman or O-tackle. We had to protect Stafford regardless.
Yeah.
Goff was getting wrecked.
Yeah, he's getting wrecked.
Also.
So
it's yeah.
We'll see. Okay. Moving on to the last team of the NFC. We got the Seattle Seahawks. Lots of drama going on. It sounds like Russell Wilson is staying.
I'm just going to say this. In 2 divisions, you think the first one is going to be last.
Yep.
In just one conference.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
You're bold. He's bold.
I think Seahawks are gonna be last. He's bold. I could be wrong, but that's just my gut feeling. Okay, but that being said, here's the thing. I definitely think Seahawks are gonna be 3rd or 4th. It's between them.
Definitely.
It's between them or the Cardinals.
You think they no shot?
There's a high probability, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay. All right, how about this? You take this because I want to hear what your thoughts are.
Okay, well, they lost David Moore. They lost KJ Wright. They lost Shaquille Griffin. Key additions, Gerald Everett was all right. Gabe Jackson, Kerry Hyder, who we just mentioned, he was pretty good. They were 12-4. Look, it sounds like Russell doesn't even want to be there. which, I mean, maybe he'll, obviously with the season coming around, he's gonna still put in the work. Russell's gonna be Russell, I get it. But they need to protect him. That's number one. They don't really have a run game. Even though they have a good running back, they don't have a run game. That O coordinator last year was, in my opinion, pretty bad, I heard. He started off well, but pretty bad, so they hired a new one. In my opinion, I think DK is really good. Tyler Lockett is really good. So they have a good offense. That defense, though, I just don't know. I just don't know yet. They have the Bobby Wagners of the world. They got this Kerry Hyder guy. They have one more guy. Carlos Dunlap, I think.
They have Jamal Adams.
I think he's one of the most overrated safeties in the league.
I mean, he's a safety that plays like a DN.
Yeah, he's like, just, no one blocks him and he gets a sack and people are like, he's the best safety in the league.
It's because he has a delayed blitz.
Yeah, exactly. They blitz 9. He has a delayed blitz and he gets it. I'm just like, bro, like, come on. But that being said, I just don't know. Like, something about this team, I just do not, it's just a gut feeling. I think other teams in this division are better coached, just have a better all-around team, which is why I think I could see them 3rd or 4th. The reason I think they're 4th is because I think AZ has more talent than them. But I could see them being 3rd just because at the end of the day, they have Russell, and Russell can do anything.
Yeah, so that was my, my strength literally is Russell Wilson can make any team a playoff team.
Exactly.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
So I have him at 2.
This is one of those divisions, I think 3 teams can make the playoffs.
This is always a division where 3 teams
Exactly,
can make the playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's so tough because it's like you were saying, the Hawks defense is definitely the most suspect.
Yeah.
And maybe even on par is their O-line.
Because this was the team that had the number 1 offense, but like the worst defense.
Yeah. And it's like they keep like trying to like beef up their defense, like back to the Legion of Boom days.
Yeah.
But they have to realize that their best player is Russell.
Yeah. They need to help
Russell's
him.
the only reason why that they're a good team.
Yeah.
And so, like you're saying, DK, great player. Lockett, great player.
They're not great without Russell, though.
But yeah, they're not great without Russell technically because
Yeah.
they're great players because, Russell throws them the ball.
Yeah.
I do think they're going to fall from 12-4 last year.
So can you at least agree with me on this? I don't think they're gonna be 1st.
Oh, no, I don't think they're going to be first.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be second, though.
Okay.
I think in terms of like experience, chemistry, just like Russell's individual talent alone will make them better than the Cardinals.
Okay. I can see that.
I think that because of the whole offseason drama that happened with Russell, that Pete Carroll, the front office, everyone's gonna be like, all right, get this man what he wants. Because they know that if they don't have Russell,
They have no shot.
they're a bottom tier team.
Yeah, they have no shot.
They could have DK, Beast Dude, whatever.
Yeah.
Lockett, whatever.
Yeah.
Carson, whatever. But they're gonna be 4th place.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Russell is the guy.
Guaranteed in this division, they're gonna be last. So I feel like this offseason, come draft, they're going to focus on Russell.
Yep. I mean, like I said,
I'll
like
say this: if they don't, then I can see them dropping.
yeah, like I said, like this division like is gonna drastically change after I see the draft. This is gonna be totally different. And there's still free agents out there, so we'll see.
But I feel like Everett was a great pickup for them because he is a great blocking tight end for them.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the tight end they had.
I know,
Like,
Greg Olsen, but Greg Olsen was not a blocking tight end at all.
bro, Greg Olsen is like could be our dad. He's so old, dude.
Oh man.
He's so old. I mean, like anybody is an upgrade over him. Bro, I remember I bet one game, like, could he get over 15 yards? And I lost the bet, bro. Like, that's how bad he is. Like, 15 yards. But
Dude, what I feel like what happened to like Disley or what's his name?
Will Disley? I don't even know where. I think he's still on the team.
Oh, they had him. They had like another dude though.
Yeah.
They had Jimmy Graham.
Yeah. Okay, but just to recap, you think Rams 1, Seattle 2, Cardinals 3, San Fran 4.
That's me. What about you?
I say Rams 1, San Fran 2, I'm gonna say AZ 3, Seattle 4. So
Honestly, this division is so tough.
it's so tough.
It's so tough. And I know that every single fandom of each of these teams they will think that their team's the best.
Yeah.
In this division.
Yeah.
Because each one of these teams has the potential to be the best.
Yeah.
The thing is, in the end, they play each other, twice.
Twice a season, yeah.
So someone's gonna have a bad season.
Yep.
Someone's gonna have an 50-50 season, and then two teams might have a good season.
Yeah. We'll see. This will be a fun season. I'm excited, but I think that's it. I think that wraps it up for us.
That's the NFC. I mean,
yeah, let us know what you guys think about the NFC and some of our picks. We'd love to hear what you guys think. I mean, we love hearing your hate because we love to argue.
I fed off that Miles Sanders hate last year.
Yeah, so that was fun. So I mean, keep it up. We'll continue to put out content. Let us know if there's anything you guys want to hear from us. But I guess until then.
Yeah, I mean, we're back and we can't wait to
talk more football.
Talk more football.
So
Peace.
Peace.